Hello, it's Crypto CJ. It's the trade of the day, Thursday night slash Friday morning Zoom edition, depending on where in the world you are. And Bitcoin, all-time high. Let's go to the charts. Okay, should be seeing my Bitcoin 1 hour chart. And you can see we're at 115.6. It looks like this wick jumped up to 116.9, so just below $117,000 for one Bitcoin. It's pulled back a little bit since then, but yeah, all-time high. It's a great day here in the Bitcoin land. So if you own some, feel good about that. Um, I know I own a little bit still, but yeah, pretty exciting stuff. And why might this be happening? Okay, over here on Twitter slash X, Kyle Chassis, my favorite cheerleader, says Bitcoin blasted to a new all-time high, overtakes Google as the sixth largest asset in the world. It's the ETFs have flipped the game. 50 billion plus is poured into the spot Bitcoin ETF since the launch. BlackRock now holds 700,000 BTC. So corporations are buying it. The ETFs are stocking it. So there's a corporate interest now that wasn't here during our last bull run back in 2021. So that will be pushing the price considerably, potentially. I don't think retail has really caught on yet, people like you and me. So maybe wait for a pullback if you want to buy some and get in then. I'm still holding some from my purchases a couple years ago. Uh, we'll see what happens. I'm looking to get out of mine at 140 and then buy during the next big crash and start it all over again. So that's how I approach owning Bitcoin. You guys do however you want to do it. Not financial advice. Speaking of that, disclaimer, this show or Zoom call today is just how I use Altcoin Alert. It's not endorsed by the powers that be, the creators, but they don't object to it either, as far as I know. So, um, not financial advice, but hopefully this can be useful to you. All right, so we were looking at Bitcoin moments ago, and Ethereum caught a little ride too. I'm on the 15-minute chart. Um, and it went up 29.9. Couldn't break that 3,000, and then it's dipping a little bit too. So 3,000 looks like the new top of the range for Ethereum. We'll see if it can break through and chase that all-time high, which I think is around 4,000. Yeah, 4,800, excuse me. So got a ways to go for Ethereum to hit its all-time high, but it is trending up. So that could bode well for the altcoins. See if we can get that altcoin season that we like here at Altcoin Alert. Um, that's about all I have for the markets overall. Anybody want to chime in? Anything else? Have anything else to add? Okay, well let's look at Altcoin Alert. See if we can find any coins to day trade or swing trade. All right, Altcoin Alert. Easy mode is off. Altcoin radar is on. And I'll refresh, get the latest information. Then my first sort is usually the AA score, farthest on the right. One click on that, we're going to see what comes up. Looking for values 80 and higher. We've got XHV, Kronos, NEM, and Komodo. Kronos is actually on Coinbase, so you can trade it there if you want. I've got my Bybit chart up here. I'll just use that since it's in my Coin Watch area. So this is my 15-minute chart, my day trading layout. I've got supply and demand visible range indicator from Algo that's free. I use for support and resistance, red zone resistance, green zone support. And then I've got my RTI relative trend index that I use for alerts and entries, and cumulative delta sometimes I use for confirmation on trend-based trading. But the RTI I use mostly for dips and retraces and pumps and retraces. So a dip below the 20 on the RTI like we have here. Let me pull this vertical line out. So here, a dip below the 20 went sideways, and then broke above, actually broke above here. So on the chart, it went sideways, broke up here, 2.5%. That's a pretty good day trade. And then higher up here to the red zone, 4.85%. It's a good day trade. Good day trade, 2 to 5%. So I'm looking for my day trades on spot. Being a more experienced day trader, I also trade on leverage at 10x leverage. You should probably trade on spot first and have some success with that before you go to leverage. But anyway, so that's how I do my day trading. And then to set an alert, since we're a bit late, we're between the 50 and the 80 right now on the RTI. I'm going to right click on it, add an alert on RTI, crossing up on the 20. You can choose the 50 or any number you want. I usually choose the 20 or the 50. Once per bar close, leave it on all day. Expiration, usually till 8 p.m. for me. And set message, add a custom name. I'm going to choose the information source, which is the AA score purchase, and TradingView will remember that if I type it in a few times. Notifications, notify an app on my smartphone, show toast notification on my laptop, computer, play a sound also on my laptop. There's a few to choose from, including these categories if you want. I use 3-notes reverb for my day trading. Click create and got my little dotted line here. And there's my alert that I just set. Now, I trade a little differently than some of you guys maybe, so I'm going to change this. Instead of crossing up, I'm going to enter a channel, put 80 on top, 20 on the bottom. That'll define the channel, and that'll give me a rectangle here. So if it breaks above the 80 and dips back down, that could be a short trade for me. If it dips below the 20, like I showed you already, breaks back up, dip and retrace, that could be a long. All right. So that's my day trading approach. My swing trade is on the 1 hour chart. Supply and demand visible range for support and resistance again, red and green zones. Then I use SuperTrend for entries and alerts. This Trendilo LSMA, which is a moving average indicator. Use that for confirmation. And currently on Chronos, we have a buy signal. It's kind of old. It's from Wednesday, but we do have a green Trendilo LSMA, but we're close to the red zone, so there's not much room for a retrace. Yeah, like 2%. Usually looking for 10% or higher on my swing trades. I try to hold for a week or two at the longest. So in a situation like this where we're near the red zone, I'm going to go to my longer time frame, my 4-hour chart, see if I can get a better retrace there, slightly better. 8-hour chart, Let's see what we got here. So it's 8% in 39 days. It's not very good. Day chart. Day chart looks more promising, but you're going to be in this one for a while potentially. Unless there's just a big giant pump from this Bitcoin move. Yeah, to the red zone here. It's 52% in 185 days, so about half a year. That's longer than I want to be in a trade, so I probably would pass on this. But the day trade looks like it has potential. Any questions on Chronos? It's a day trade or swing trade. All right, we'll look at some more then. So that was the AA score. The other one I like a lot is social activity. I'm going to match that up with trading activity with fire or thumbs up. We got fire here on GMX. 4D, I don't recognize most of these. WorldCoin, I've heard of. Tau, IOTA, Res. Woo, I trade sometimes. It's a pretty good day trading coin. Jasmine, I like. Same deal. Let's look at Jasmine. That'll be on my list. Watch list, that's the word. Let's see where else this might be. All right, it's on Coinbase, so and Kraken. So and then a lot of foreign exchanges. You can find this one just about anywhere. Yeah, and this one's probably most of the coins we look at are going to be like this, at the top of the range. Above the 80 on the RTI. So be setting alerts. When's the last time this dipped below the 20? Yeah, over here. Back on Tuesday morning, but you can see it made a big move from there. So add an alert. Go crossing up if you're trading spot. I'm going to go with my entering a channel. 80 on top, 20 on the bottom. Once per bar close. Expiration 8 p.m. tonight. Message, social activity sort. I type in SOC and it comes up. Notifications, same as the last one. Click create. And there it is. There's my rectangle. And I'm good to go on my day trade. See if I want to do a swing trade on this. Looks the same. The Jasmine's deep in the red zone on the 1 hour chart. 4 hour, a little bit of room for retrace. Not much. 8 hour, quite a bit more room. So there's a first retrace to just under 10%. More resistance here at 27%. Here at 36. And then here at 44 and 58 days. Yeah, these are a little too long for my taste, but you guys trade the way you see fit. But on the 1 hour, I wouldn't recommend this. So, any questions on Jasmine as a day or swing trade? Okay, we had a few contenders in the social activity sort. Got XLM, XCC, yeah, there's quite a few. probably due to the movements of Bitcoin. MOG. Well, Bitcoin's actually in here as a recommendation. So you could trade that, set up an alert on Bitcoin, see if you want to get in there. Yeah, let's do that just for fun. Can't remember the last time I did this on Bitcoin. Okay. Also above the 80. To catch the next dip below 20, right click on the RTI. Crossing up on the 20. It's already at the 80, so I think I'll do this one. Let's see, I didn't do my time alert. I used to do these, I used to leave them on all open-ended, which you can do with whatever account I have, the more expensive one. But then I had to remind myself to turn them off every night, and I'd forget probably once a month. And sure enough, an alert would go off at 3 or 4 in the morning and wake me up. So, um, yeah, it's better to set a time for them to go off and have a life where you're not being bothered by trading view alerts. So, yeah, crossing up on the 20. Click create, and I'll catch the next dip on Bitcoin. I'll probably look at it and pass, but yeah, if you want to get in on Bitcoin, this might be the way to do it to catch a pullback. So, and then on a swing trade, which is more likely what I would probably trade, catch the next. I haven't set an alert on the SuperTrend yet. So you can leave it on direction change if you want to trade both directions, buy for a long, sell for a short, only once. Expiration. Yeah, same time. Maybe leave that on until 10 p.m. Message, social. Notifications. I usually use a different one for my swing trades. Handbell. And click create. And so that one will be there for my swing trade on the 1 hour chart. All right. Any questions on Bitcoin as a day or swing trade? Okay, let's take a quick look at 1 hour projected range. Okay, it's wrapped. NXM has no negative values. Harmony is the same. Bella, Theta, Theta Fuel. Okay, there's a few in here. I usually only get one or two, and frequently none. Let's look at Harmony. Yeah, it looks like the others. So I'll set up my channel on this one. Once per bar close. 8 p.m. Message 1H. my shortcut for that. Notifications. Use beep beep or chirpy. All right, so there's my alert on 1 for a day trade. On the 1 hour, yeah, we're pushing the top of the ranges on all these 1 hour charts. 4 hour. Okay, on the 8 hour, we've got some retrace potential. Here's 11.5% in 30 days. 24% in 44 days. In the red zone here, 36% in 49 days. Not bad. But it's still longer than I want to be in a trade. I guess that's getting repetitive. So now one thing that some traders like to do is wait for the break of the range. And frequently there'll be a break, a dip, and then it takes off. I forgot what Brandon calls that.
Break, hook, and go.
Pardon?
Break, hook, and go.
Break, hook, and go. Yeah, that's it. Break, hook, and go. It breaks through the resistance, hooks back down, then takes off. So that might be a trade to look into. I don't have much experience with it, but Brandon likes to trade like that. All right, so that was the one coin. And we'll look at some other sorts. Okay, short-term sentiment. I like to match that up with Elder Impulse hourly. We just looked at Harmony. Compound is in here, just one I like to trade. Digibyte. Core and Renzo, I don't know those. Osmosis. IoTex, Jupiter. Jupiter's on Coinbase. Let's look at that one. Not on Coinbase, but looks like it's on Kraken. Volume's not that great on Kraken as a day trade. Look at this as a swing. A little bit better there. But it does look like the others. 4-hour chart. 8-hour chart. Okay, on the 8-hour chart. Okay, resistance is 13% in 38 days. The red zone in 44 days at 30%. That's not bad. So if I were inclined to take this as a swing, that's probably where I would go. But I'm going to pass on this. Might take too long to retrace. Something else you can do for that break, hook, and go, set an alert above the red zone. You got 50 cents here. I think a break above that might be worthwhile if you trade like that. Actually, I think what I would do is I would set an alert there at 50 cents, just a price alert. Crossing, yeah, 50. Crossing up only once. And then once that broke above there, then set my alert for the hook. So the break, I get the alert, the hook, that's where I'm probably inclined to get in on the trade. But it does require 2 alerts. I just thought of this. So yeah, here's your break. Break, hook, and go. So yeah, leave this on until 8 p.m. And probably a different alert. You go beep beep. All right, so if this breaks about 50 cents today, I'll get that alert, and then I can set the one for the hook. Or just get in there and ride the trend. I mean, you can do that as well. You don't have to trade like me, but I don't do much pure trend-based trading. Um, and then finally on this, you could just set an alert on the super trend and catch the next buy. So then you know the rest. So what would happen in that scenario is there would be a dip, which would turn the super trend to sell, and then there would be eventually that would turn around, and then that would be the time to get in. That would sort of duplicate the break hook and go, not exactly, but that might be an easier way to do it than what I just described. So, okay, any questions on Jupiter? All right, we'll do one more sort, the long-term sentiment, which is one of my favorites. And if we match that up with the Elder Impulse Daily, got this trust swap, 40. You'll see duplications. Some of the same coins will come up. That Ethereum, Cody, XRP. Let's look at XRP. That's a fan favorite. But regrettably, it looks the same as all the others. So it's above the 80 on the RTI, on the 15-minute chart, top of the range in the red zone, on support and resistance. So this is one where I set an alert and wait. Right click, add an alert. You can go crossing up on the 20 or 50. I want to choose the 50 in a move like this of the overall market. I'm gonna go with my entering a channel 80, 20, once per bar close, 8 p.m. and long-term sentiment, notifications, go with reverb, click create, and I'm good to go. I know, so on a swing trade, yeah, it's in the red zone already. I'll suggest catching the next buy signal. Um, or the buy hook and go two-phase alert that I discussed on the last coin. Those might be good potential entries. Um, that's about all I have for XRP. Any questions on this one? All right, you guys have been pretty quiet today. Any questions on Altcoin Alert overall or the markets or any coins you want to look at? Very well. I will wrap it up here. Um, okay, Cameron, I see your message. Thanks for sharing. Um, and you guys have a good trading weekend. If you're watching on the recording, I appreciate that. Rather see you live. Check out the opportunities in the pinned comment to help fund the channel. And I should see you guys on Monday. Bye.